La 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 la, wait till I get my money right.
You called me last night, drunk again, trying to get me back, but no offense. Told you many times, babe, I don't wanna try more. Think that you're sorry, just won't do. 지금 와서 뭐해? 시간 없어 언제? 까지 이렇게 난 끝 건데. Don't think of me anymore. Already said 100 million times to you before. I'm doing alright without you, baby. 너 없이 도무지 살아, okay. Took your number off my phone. I'm doing better on my own. 생각조차
So a lot of times what I do when I'm trying to keep a creative schedule in situations like that, I tend to watch a lot of YouTube or other creators that I like most of the time, and that helps me a lot. More importantly, sorry, I'm over here in the fridge. More importantly, you gotta eat food. I've learned that without food in your, without some nourishment, your brain ain't finna do jack. So being creative is so vital, and it's so multifaceted. And it's pretty cool. Like, you'd be surprised how inspired or how influenced you are by certain things. For example, I'll bring y'all a little closer. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. So this kind of breakfasty goulash thing I'm making is a little influence from, I went to Turkey. I've been there twice now. And there's a dish called menemen. And it's like this tomato-y stew situation, and it's just freaking delicious, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's like super, it's freaking delicious. But now, like anything you do creatively, you want to mix it up a little bit. Obviously, this isn't like a traditional Turkish dish the way I'm cooking it, but you learn how to do things when it comes to creativity. You learn how it's made, and then you can break the rules, right? That's how it goes. You learn, whether it's a creative skill or it's anything, cooking, life in general. You learn how to do it. You learn the rules, the parameters, and then creativity happens. Is how you try to revamp it to make it your own, something that's enjoyable for you to enjoy. I am a sucker for cheese. Like, I know I probably shouldn't be eating as much cheese as I do, but I freaking love cheese. That's probably a big scoop, but You want to know what's interesting is I don't find it very difficult to be inspired by or feel like I want to create something. A lot of times I will watch a video on YouTube, or I'll see like or hear a sound on Instagram, and then I'll feel like, dang, something will instantly start churning up in my head, and I feel like there's just so many possibilities. And I don't know if that's normal for most people, but I have heard, like, for some that they kind of think in movie scenes, or they think in scenarios, and I think that is very much who I am. I tend to think visually, and everything I see is very charged, that I want to create stuff. And so that's what's great about this challenge, is I just want to make things consistently, because I have a lot of projects that have been on the back burner. And yeah, this is kind of forcing me to finish those projects and not have them just sitting on a hard drive somewhere. So yeah, it's interesting, And let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, how do y'all get inspired, and what's your way of keeping a consistent flow of creativity? Because everybody has a different process, and it's so interesting to see like what we can learn from each other and how we can improve on our own skills, you know? So let me know, and I'm gonna eat this food, and then we'll chat here in a second. What I think is so cool about where the YouTube space is becoming, honestly, I think it's taking over different streaming platforms and stuff like that, because now YouTubers are creating movies. You know, there's been quite a few of some guys that I've watched, or just some creators I've watched that are releasing feature films, short films, and these are like streaming platform quality films. And it just kind of takes over, like, wow, all this is just available. And like, it's really, YouTube is changing in a way that it's new, it's refreshing, but it's also a bit shocking, if that makes sense. Because when you think of YouTube, you think of like funny videos or like vlogging and things like that. Now everything is becoming so accessible. I was listening to Colin and Samir podcast. They had Emma Chamberlain on. They just released that not too long ago, and just kind of hearing their talks about it, it's just like, yeah, they all started when YouTube wasn't as popular as it is right now, and it wasn't so saturated. I think that word is very accurate about where we're at. Is like, yeah, everything is saturated because everyone can make videos, everybody can edit, everyone can film. Now it's just like, what stories do you want to watch, or what is out there? I think that is the interesting part about where this YouTube space is at, and it's becoming so viral that everything is just available. Anybody can be a creator. It's not just, oh, you need to have the most expensive gear, because nowadays phones, like Apple's event for the release of their new MacBook, the MacBook Pro M3, whatever it's called now, that was released, all that was shot on an iPhone. Granted, it was used with more professional gear as far as ones who use it. That's where the other part is. Gear is important in a way, but it's all about how you use it and how comfortable you are with it. So we can all learn the principles, and then when you get to the point where you know how to make videos, you know how to handle lighting, you know how to do all these things, then you can pretty much create a movie, a show with anything. So for all my creatives out there, just continue to be inspired, continue to explore your own creativity. And if you're trying to figure out what you want to make, find something that you're interested in, and then just start making it. Get the information, learning about it, and just go from there. And eventually you'll find your voice. Eventually you'll find your style. That's the whole purpose of like my Project 30 challenge, is just trying to find my creative voice in a way that helps me feel fulfilled, but also provides value and entertainment for you who's watching. So thank you for being here. It's your boy Groovy Foo. We out of here. See you tomorrow.